Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are showing you the Bottomley build. Finally.
Yeah, finally get to reveal that. Jinx. So, what's really awesome about this thing is this is so far the most unique thing we have built to date, and we're really excited to show it off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you guys saw, there's a few videos, jump in there, look through our videos or whatever. When this thing first came in, we put some fenders on it, some roof lights and a visor and stuff, and then we took it up to Davis Brothers, and these guys did one of the most amazing paint jobs on a truck I've ever seen. And I don't know, I'm excited to walk around and show you guys this whole deal.
Yeah, you honestly can't just speak enough about how cool the paint job is. I mean, I know we've done some update videos where we went and saw the truck, and we actually, you know, showed like right up against the paint and, you know, how there are no feel stripes. And honestly, it didn't do it justice until just now in this moment, because they finally got to do the final buff on everything while we were there. We went and picked it up, and now we're ready to show it off. And this thing is not going to disappoint. It's really, really super cool, and I think this is going to be one of our best videos.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, let's turn this camera around and let's just go show you all the cool stuff with the truck.
Yep, let's do it.
All right. There it is, guys. This truck is so wild. It's cool. You know, if you remember the beginning videos too, like the renderings that we drew out and coming up with a paint scheme for the customer and stuff, like to actually see it finished now, I can't say enough. The Davis Brothers did just an excellent job bringing the picture more or less to life. We dropped off a ton of parts and a picture, and they turned it into reality for us. Absolutely.
Yeah, the guys up at Davis Brothers, you know, Tom, Brian, Brooks, and Kevin, they absolutely knocked this thing out of the park. You know, Brian had some help in the design input, or the more or less the creative of, like, you know, how do we turn the rendering into an actual truck, and then Brooks and Kevin executed perfectly on getting the stripe job on the truck, and then Kevin stepped in with his expertise as far as the stereo goes. And when we show that off, you guys are going to be just freaking amazed. And again, like, I couldn't say enough about it, but let's just do a let's do a thing. Let's do a walk around.
Let's talk about parts first. Let's go straight to the front of the truck, and we'll go outside like our typical deal. I'll cut some music together and we'll do a cool video and show a lot of this stuff, moving parts or whatnot. But right off the bat, the front end here, the bumper, that is a RoadWorks stainless bumper, 4 lights down here on the bottom. It's a RoadWorks grill, which is, I mean, this is awesome. If you guys have ever put one of these in, they're very difficult to make fit flat and everything all perfect. You got to take your time when you're putting them in. The RoadWorks grill goes in really well, but it is a chore to do, and they did a great job. You can look down the sides of it and stuff. You don't see any wrinkles or anything in it. They did a really good job fitting that grill. And if you guys have done one, if you're watching this channel, you've done one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the bumper is super cool. The headlights, you know, these are a whole different deal on headlights. We've never put these on a truck before. And actually we were looking at them, and Tommy, you showed them to the customer.
Yep.
And he freaking loved them.
Yeah, so we were all just sitting around in the office one day and talking about, you know, what kind of headlight design are we gonna go on there? And he said, hey, I like the old double 359, like the double bubble style. And we had just looked at that in the office, and I said, you know what? I got a headlight I'm gonna send to you. And this is a fresh new design here.
And the headlight's pretty neat. I mean, this truck's super wild, so having the old school look with it, but with a paint job as wild as this one, the headlights work, in my opinion, really well with this whole setup. And we drove this truck back from Davis Brothers. It was in the dark. Aside from this thing getting blasted with just so many bugs, and it was a lot to clean this truck up from the bugs, but those headlights work really well. We were able to see real good going down the road, and I like them. I like them a lot. Front end here, we've got obviously the different fenders we put on here, lifetime lug nut covers, and their oil cap cover. They painted the hubs black to kind of match in with the theme of everything. RoadWorks visor, and that's painted inside and out. And then you guys saw in the other videos, but we added two lights up there on the top, and we painted those dudes black. It's a pretty cool look. Window chops, those are RoadWorks. It's got the full Dynaflex 8-inch exhaust kit, and it's got the Dynaflex chrome kit underneath the hood there. Check back into the other videos, you can see that. We put that on, and that really made a big difference in the engine.
Oh yeah, the engine bay was entirely different once we put that on, and it's a relatively simple install. And you know what's crazy is after we did that video, we sold like 4 of those kits.
Yeah.
So they're a huge hit. A lot of people the word's starting to get around about those, and we're now keeping them in stock. So our 800 number is published on these videos. So if you guys want to look into that Dynaflex underhood chrome cleanup kit,
we got them. We can
check
ship
it
them
out.
to you.
Give us a call. We have them in stock.
So anyway, RoadWorks cab sleeper panels. And you know, obviously these are the ones that follow the body line. And I mean, again, let me just explain this paint job with you guys. But if you look down in here, I mean, the paint follows straight through everything, and it's all nice and neat. I mean, it's a stellar paint job, guys. I wish I could make it make more sense on camera, and it's hard to do, but it's just such a great paint job.
And if you guys want to see this truck in person, Mitchell has told me he is going to bring this to the Semi-Casual Truck Show in June. What is that, 18th and 19th?
June 18th and 19th, this truck will be here all set up for everybody to check out.
If you guys want to see this and see how awesome this paint job is and how good those guys did at Davis Brothers, come down to the Semi-Casual Truck Show. Look at this thing. It's going to be on display. It's definitely worth coming to check out.
Yep. You may also notice on this truck, this is a brand new truck. It's a Cummins 605 2050 torque, 18-speed transmission, because apparently the only thing we do are 18-speed transmissions, you would think. Even though there's a lot of other options, it just somehow we always end up with just 18-speed transmissions.
Tell me about it.
But you'll notice I don't see a def tank, Tommy.
Yeah, man. That's because they hid the def tank in a very, very special place.
You want to show me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I already know, but show them.
Safety alert. Be careful buckling these.
They'll get you.
These hood latches back in. gonna have to file a workman's comp claim. Do we have that here? Do we have workman's comp?
I mean, dude, it's, the company's got your name on it, so you figure it out.
Ta-da!
There you go. Def tank, hidden behind the fuel tank. Pretty neat deal. It makes everybody, you know, second guess what they're looking at going down the road for sure.
Yeah, it makes it look like a pre-emissions truck. So, very, very cool.
Some things that and we still have a few things we're gonna do this before we take it to the customer. One is, obviously, we're gonna put the chrome smooth caps over this fuel tank here. That's gonna happen. And we got a shifter knob. We're just waiting on it to get here, and that's gotta get changed out. You know, I think airliners too to hook up or so, but for the most part, yeah, get those fingerprints off there. We don't want fingerprints in this thing.
Well, we're making a video, man. We can't have fingerprints all over the customer's
No.
truck during a video.
So we'll go back here to the back. Obviously, you know, tanks are painted. One of the coolest things RoadWorks built, this shock box cover, it lights up. We're gonna show you the lights here in a little while too. And this whole thing lit up at dusk, around dusk. So we'll show you this whole thing lit up. This thing lights up amazing, and Bottomley lights up in there, and it's an awesome piece. Down below, you've got the in between the tank panels, painted black to match. That's also made by RoadWorks. And we got the T-bar. That's also made by RoadWorks. You go back here, we got another RoadWorks T-bar in the back. And then WTI double hump fenders. And again, they painted the stripes in here. One thing I want to show you guys that I will give them kudos on the paint job, and let's see if I can get back far enough and get down here. There we go, let's get the angle right there. If you sort of look at this paint job and you look at the rear fenders and you look at how it comes up on the back of the sleeper, it really flows quite well. Just the lines seem to completely make sense once you look at the back of this truck. The back of this truck going down the road is so cool. Oh, and we can't forget, we'll just go ahead, I wiped it down earlier. The fifth wheel still needs to wipe off the pad there, but.
The neoprene pads.
Yeah, but I mean, that polish job is on point. Peter killed it with that. And he actually came down here to help me get this truck dialed in, get it all cleaned up. And there's a video coming on that real soon, which we'll be able to share with you guys some pretty cool tricks on cleaning a truck that I didn't know until Peter was here to show me. But yeah, RoadWorks covers back here for the rear axles. And those are really sharp, all stainless setup. Probably my favorite wheel covers I think that you can get. If someone was asking me what like favorite wheel cover I'd ever want on a truck, it's definitely those. And yeah, I mean, that's a pretty quick rundown on the whole exterior of the truck. Also, I should mention, I kind of didn't even mention that here. We changed the mirror brackets out. Show you those real quick. And we changed our box covers out. These actually come from 12 gauge customs. So those boxes and the mirror brackets, that's where those came from. The customer, we were putting everything together, had a few parts that he absolutely really wanted on his truck. And so these were them, and they look phenomenal. They're really good looking pieces on the truck. They're very clean. And they're just, I don't know, they're great. The strapless breather setup. This is the chop setup from RoadWorks. This is the bolt-on kit they make. And you can kind of see, it just makes the lines flow on the truck 100 times better than the stock cans where they're a little bit too tall. I almost kicked that over. One other thing to really mention here, Bottomley Enterprises with his DOT number is hand painted, like freehand, hand painted on the truck, and it looks awesome. It really does. The interior of this truck is so awesome. It's such a nice interior. Yeah, just check that out. The light setup in here is crazy. You guys jump back again, check the other videos out. Kevin was kind of showing us before like how they were building these, and and some of the parts and pieces. One thing that's kind of neat about this truck, and if you're a real Peterbilt dude, you'll know kind of what I'm talking about. The top side of this door panel is actually out of a Pride and Class. And this truck obviously isn't a Pride and Class, but you get the cool silver little inlay there with the Peterbilt on it. So that's a pretty neat touch to be able to have that on this ride. They built these custom door panels holding the 6.5s. They're JL Audio, and it's got these little cool trim ring lights, which is awesome.
And again, guys, you can go back to the previous videos and actually see how Kevin does those. It's actually like a ring of Lexan with an LED strip behind it.
So the truck, you remember we told you guys, the truck's named Big Daddy. The reason it's named Big Daddy is a pretty neat story. The new owner of this truck, it kind of built this in memory of his father, Bland Bottomley, which we stitched down here in the bottom in memory of Bland Bottomley. His nickname with everyone that knew him was right up here at the top, which is Big Daddy. And so they built this awesome piece here that lights up, says Big Daddy. And then we did the custom foot pedals, and it's got the deal in there. You can show that, which is cool.
Yeah. So just back to the attention to detail you get when you take a project to the Davises.
Yeah, I mean they've done a bunch of these. They know what's going on. Back here, you got the paint kind of flows through here, and that door panel's awesome. Other little things that they did back here in your control panel, they took that out. That's painted black to match. And then you got the extra speaker set up back here with some more 6.5s, and you got 4 ground zero 12s in there, and you got 7,800 watts worth of amps in here. So, you know, there's you'll be able to hear this truck going down the road, no problem, stereo-wise, real easy. It shakes the ground.
You can feel it on the concrete floors around it.
Yeah, you can. So yeah, there's kind of in a nutshell. I'll jump into the camera and show them the floor, and they did the dash and everything. I just need to, I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm going to take my shoes off, and we'll climb there with the socks on, and we'll show you guys all the rest of it.
No idea how long we've been scrubbing and cleaning on this thing. Not that it wasn't super clean when we took possession of it from the Davises.
We just wanted it to be perfect.
Well, we also drove through a lot of bugs on the way
For whatever
home.
reason, yeah, we got the first group of like spring bugs like came out, and they all attacked us on the way back.
If there was a bug between here and the Davis Brothers shop, we found it.
We got every one of them. And we got every one of them off. So here, hand me the camera there, and I'll show the kind of the inside deal. All right, so inside this dude, I'm gonna back up a little bit, get her a little wider. There you go. I mean, guys, this is so cool. The painted floor is just as slick as the whole outside of the truck. Doors, the dash panels, steering wheel, everything. That's just, the paint job is so neat in the way everything carries through. Up top, you've got some more speakers. You got your CB, and you got the radio right there. Then back here in the back, you got 2 ground zero 12-inch subs. Driver's side, 2 ground zero 12-inch subs. You know, just in case you want to like mix your coffee up. You put a little sugar in your coffee and some cream, and then put it right there in that cup holder, turn the radio up, it'll mix it for you. I'm not kidding. And then, yeah, you got 4 more 6.5s in here. You can turn this radio up as loud as you want to. There's enough mids and highs that the bass doesn't kick its butt. So it really does work awesome. And then of course you guys saw here, really neat little feature there up there on the ceiling, and the green watermelon lights and all that. It's just it's pretty awesome. I will say, when we were driving it back that night, you can't drive with these lights on. It makes it real hard to see. So it's pretty nice that they've got switches, and you can just flip one switch and you got most of your lights out. And then, you know, these obviously flip off with the little switch there in between the two. So it's I don't know. When Mitchell gets his truck, he is going to be in love with it.
Oh yeah, there's nothing to not love about this truck. I mean, everything from top to bottom. It was a beautiful rig to start with, but now it's one of a kind.
Oh, absolutely. All right, now I guess we should just go take this thing down the road and give her a little drive, and then let's cut some music together and show you guys this truck outside. Guys, this truck, we have this knob to change here. This is just a makeshift thing because we're waiting on the knob to come in.
Did you see all the people in the parking lot back there?
No.
Like, everybody in the parking lot was like just standing there looking at this truck as it went by, and they were all pointing.
Nice.
Their mouths open.
That's gonna happen a lot driving this thing for sure. Back to what I was saying though. Everybody loves the truck going on the road, obviously, we figured that out. But this little knob that's not staying. We're just waiting on the new one to get here. Hopefully it'll be here next day or two. We'll put that on. A couple of things to button up on the truck, but we're driving it down the road, putting it through its paces, making sure everything's good. Everything's been turning out so far. No issues whatsoever. So
That's smooth.
this truck's a 605 2050 torque, 18-speed trans. It's 310-inch wheelbase, flat top, and it's got lots of speakers in it. Gets real loud. Also, too, you guys, this first truck we put on the channel, it's got a rear window visor. That's also made by RoadWorks, the rear window visor, and I don't know, looks really cool on this truck. I like it.
Yeah, huge shout out to RoadWorks. I mean, they really came through on getting us the parts on time, and you know, that was one of the primary reasons why this thing has a lot of RoadWorks parts on it, is because they worked with us in a timely manner to try to get this built done.
Yeah, and I mean, talking to Josh, you know, he knows a ton about all this stuff, and so you're explaining to him parts and things you want to do, and you send them over some ideas, and they send you back you know, preliminary drawings and everything. It's a really cool, fun process to go through, and then you get awesome looking parts for your truck that just pretty well bolt right on,
Which is always a plus. Nice,
Yeah.
nice, easy install and quality design.
and it's all stainless, so it lasts forever too. We're currently driving this truck over to a top secret location where we're going to be taking some pictures of this truck, and I think me and Tommy talked about it. Probably gonna make some posters and have them on the website, which our website's being built right now. It's almost finished. We're gonna have a store you'll be able to buy semi-casual hats and shirts, stickers, all kind of cool stuff. And we've been talking on these builds, and you guys tell us in the comments what you think, but we kind of want to put like posters of the truck builds up on there.
Yeah, like all the different truck builds, we've got a lot of really good photos of, you know, the Black Widow and Silver Bullet, and, you know, not to mention Big Daddy here. And you know, if you guys are anywhere in the world would like one of those trucks as a poster, I think we're gonna start putting those on the internet really soon. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Obviously, this is one of the coolest trucks in existence because my favorite colors are black and green. All my favorite vehicles have ever been green.
They're black and green. I love black and green. I also really like black and white, and I like black and red. Probably black and red's my favorite. Second would be green.
We've had some really cool black and red trucks, and we're working on a very legendary black and red truck right
Yeah.
now. But this truck there's just words can't describe it. You kind of have to see it in person.
It's a phenomenal truck, and you can see it in person.
And you can see it in person. It is going to be at the Semi-Casual Truck Show, June 18th and 19th in Crossville,
Tennessee.
Jakes, gotcha.
Link to it below here in the bottom.
The link will be in the description down here. Outside of that, I just can't say enough about the job that Davis Brothers did for us on this build. Again,
it takes a small army.
Yeah, you did a rendering and you sent it down there. Those guys knocked it out. And just to take, you know, something that's on paper and designed and in drawing, and then turn it into something real and tangible, that's obviously not an art that everybody can do. So those guys are artists, to say the least. And I don't know.
It was a lot of fun. The whole process was fun. Dropping the truck off, getting the few things that we did to it here, kind of done on the truck, and then loading up a trailer full of parts. Driving to Indiana and dropping this truck off with a picture and said, hey, we just want to make sure this thing looks kind of like this.
When even the update videos when we went up there, I mean, like, it was always a good time going up and hanging out with those guys. They're all really great guys, and you know, we always had a blast just hanging out, throwing parts on this truck, and just, you know, chilling with them. But
it's been a fun project. But now we got to go on to some more projects.
Yeah, now we got to get on to some more projects. I also have to send a special shout out to Mitchell Bottomley. This was his brainchild. He sent us a couple of different pictures of different show trucks that he wanted to build, and after like 10 or 12 renderings,
I made a bunch of renderings back and forth, parts, pictures, and lots of discussions. Finally,
he landed on this design. And Mitchell, the truck looks amazing. I hope you're happy with it. I think he's really, really, really gonna like this when he sees it in person.
Oh, dude, he's gonna love it.
Yeah, he's not got to see it in person yet, so I'm really excited to see what he thinks whenever he first lays eyes on this truck.
There might be a video on that coming too.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see that, you know what you got to do. You got to go down there and do those things.
Yeah, you got to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram
at Semi-Casual Show,
and then, you know, keep checking in, because there's a lot of really cool videos coming. And come to the truck show, June 18th
and 19th, Crossville, Tennessee. Later, guys.
See you guys.